Hey guys, Scott and Nate, both USPTA Elite Certified tennis coaches from Play Your Court. Today we're going to show you the #1 mistake we see most rec players make that is robbing them of power on their serve. We're going to move pretty quick, so pay attention here, and we're even going to hook you up with something special at the end, so don't go anywhere. But no fluff, let's dive right in. Nate, today we're talking about something called the 3-finger technique, yeah?
Yep, and this is huge because what this is going to do is eliminate the tension in your serve, and it's that tension that is robbing you of all the power. All right, so biomechanics are huge, but with even perfect mechanics, tension doesn't make it possible. It's like having a sports car and you're just pumping the brakes, and you can't get where you're trying to go.
That's absolutely right, but rather than tell you more about it, let's show you.
The first thing we're gonna check out is something called the figure 8 drill, and this is a drill that coaches worldwide use in order to keep the swing path of their students' serve nice and loose. So what we'll check out here is Scott works through his serve. He's going to continue the momentum by turning the wrist over, and that way he can use gravity in order to influence the swing path. All right, now what a lot of you are going to find though is that when you get to the power position, your trophy stance, you're not going to know how to get into the racket drop. All right, and this is where we see a lot of problems such as waiter's tray, where the racket doesn't stay on edge, the strings go up. All right, and this is either because of an incorrect grip or because of tension of the hand. What we want to focus on is from this trophy position, we want to make sure that the lever is turning upside down, because at the end of the day, two ends of the lever can't be in the same place. We want the butt cap being replaced with the racket head, and this happens by raising the shoulder and getting into this flip.
Guys, another really easy way to think about this is if you were holding a cup of water and you were going to just push your elbow up and pour that cup of water on the ground behind you.
And this is how we're getting into that racket drop, and this is more importantly how we're lengthening the lever, right? So can you go through that one more time from the trophy stance? So the power position, elbow rises, and then this is where power is coming from. Right? When the racket is here and it doesn't drop, this waiter's tray, can't get much power on it, unfortunately.
We hear so much about the trophy position. What you need to hear more about is this power position. So I don't know about you, but with all of my students, the problem here is tension. Tension is what prevents us from getting here, right?
Sure is. So the way that you can figure out if this is you, all right, the tension that we're talking about, if Scott takes his hand up higher in the racket and he nice tight tension, like somebody's gonna steal his racket, and he goes through that figure 8 drill, you can tell the parameters are off, right? Like that racket doesn't stay on edge, the strings are up, and the racket can't drop. Right?
And guys, no matter how hard you swing, you're just not gonna get that same whip power you would if you relax that grip and get into that bull whip type motion.
Yeah, it's like that's exactly, it's like trying to serve with a stick as opposed to a bull whip. Right. So here's the solution, the 3-finger technique that we mentioned before. Scott's gonna take the bottom 2 fingers off the racket, like so. And then he's gonna run through this figure 8 drill, and there's no way for the tension to creep in because the weight of the racket overcomes the wrist, so the racket is allowed to lengthen that lever and get through that racket drop.
Yeah, and guys, by no means do we expect you to serve with 3 fingers when you go out there to play matches, but this is gonna give you the feel, which is the key to learning. This is gonna give you the feel of where that racket has to go to get you into that power position and just how relaxed your hand really should be to get there.
Absolutely, let's jump into demo mode and take a look at these serves now. All right, so here we can see Scott demoing the 3-finger technique, the bottom 2 fingers completely off the racket, and now that we have relieved his hand of any tension, you can see the racket staying on edge, getting into a full racket drop with that elbow raising up and then allowing the racket to get to full extension up to the ball, creating and lengthening the levers to allow maximum power.
So that's it, pretty simple stuff here, guys. And if you like this instruction, it's actually just a tiny chunk from a course bundle called Technique Mastery. Technique Mastery covers everything else you're struggling with, not only on your serve, but in all other technical aspects of your game. Things like how to hit more powerful forehands, more consistent backhands, more control and touch on your volleys, and a whole lot more. Normally we sell this course bundle for $400, but as promised, we're gonna hook you up and give you a one-time chance to get this bundle for just $6, and here's why. At Play Your Court, our #1 focus is to build a worldwide tennis community to help grow the sport. And to get this course bundle, you have to join this active community with tens of thousands of other players for just $6 a month. If you click the button below and get signed up, we'll immediately help pair you with evenly matched local players for practice and matches. And we also know serving and technique aren't the only parts of your game you need help with. So each week we send you custom video coaching similar to what you just watched here, but based on your skill level so you know exactly what to practice to take your game to the next level. We also give you special deals and discounts and VIP access to our private Facebook group. You get all of this and the $400 Technique Mastery course bundle for just $6. And if you get inside and you don't love the community, don't sweat it. You can cancel your membership in a couple of clicks anytime, no questions asked. We'll even let you keep the course bundle for free. So go ahead and click the button below to get signed up, meet new players, and get our Technique Mastery course bundle, all for just $6. We'll see you inside the course and inside our community.